Now, India convened an all-party meeting to discuss the critical situation in Afghanistan. 37 leaders from 31 opposition parties, including Union and Parliamentary Affairs ministers, attended the meeting called on by the Prime Minister of India. The Foreign Minister, S. Jaishankar, briefed the floor on several issues, evacuation, of course, being the top priority. The government described the situation in the war-torn country and said how the Taliban broke all promises made in the Doha Agreement. Given the Taliban's past in Afghanistan, the international community is now on a wait-and-watch mode before deciding the next move. The briefing comes amid a massive evacuation exercise undertaken by the Ministry of External Affairs in Afghanistan. The Foreign Minister informed all parties that most Indians have been brought back, but not all. He also informed about the new e-visa policy issued by the Indian government to avoid any forgery or threats in the region.
The message which we all want to give you, all of us political parties, including the government, is that on this matter we all have a very similar view. We have a strong national position on Afghanistan. The friendship with the Afghan people is something which matters to all of us. So we approach this situation very much in a spirit of, I would say, national unity. So there were concerns. Most of the questions and issues were about evacuation. I shared with them that we have under Operation Devi Shakti done 6 flights. The latest flights was this morning, which took off at 3 o'clock. We have brought back most of the Indians, but not all of them. There are still a few out there. Some of them could not make it for the flight yesterday. But definitely we will try and bring out everybody.
According to the latest reports, the Taliban have stopped more than 100 Afghan Sikhs from entering the airport. 140 Sikhs were scheduled to arrive later today in Delhi from Kabul on an annual pilgrimage tour. They boarded a bus but were not allowed to enter the Kabul airport. The president of a Gurudwara association in New Delhi has now informed the government that this group of Afghan Sikhs was coming for the 400th birth anniversary of one of the Sikh gurus. And for more on this, we are now being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, thanks for joining us. Now, India's Foreign Minister, S. Jaishankar, has made it clear that at the all-party meet, that the evacuation is currently the top priority. Tell us more about the meeting, and what can you tell us about the evacuation of remaining Indians before the deadline of August 31st?
Well, there is heightened concern about the situation in Afghanistan, and there was the all-party meeting. Rarely there is an all-party meeting on any foreign issue. Usually there have been domestic issues dominating the entire all-party meetings, and this is a rare instance, and in which we know Indian External Affairs Minister talked about India's priorities, the measures India has taken, what next, how India is coordinating with its allies. It was a 3.5-hour long session in which a number of MPs participated, but largely if you look at the priority, he made it clear that it's evacuation of the Indian nationals. He said that a substantial number of Indians have been evacuated, but still some Indians are there in the country, and India will be prioritizing their evacuation as well. India, of course, has been bringing Afghans as well. Over the weekend, we know 2 Afghan MPs, Anarkali Honaryar and Narendra Singh Khalsa, were brought to India in the evacuation flights. It's Operation Devi Shakti. 6 flights have gone under the operation. We can expect more flights as well. But by and large, when it comes to India engaging with its partners, that was also discussed in this meeting. We know that the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Russian President Vladimir Putin had conversation earlier this week, in which both countries announced that they're going to establish a permanent channel for consultation on the situation in Afghanistan, given the fact that there is security challenge not just for India but also for Russia as well, because a spillover from Afghanistan will impact the Central Asian countries like Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, who share land border with Afghanistan. India, of course, is worried about Pak-based international terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. They will find space in Afghanistan under Taliban rule, and they could, of course, impact India's security as well. But the Indian side is confident that they will be able to deal with any kind of challenge which arises in the future.
Right, Siddhant, my final question for you now. Currently, the international community, of course, is on a wait-and-watch mode when it comes to Afghanistan. What is going to be the Indian strategy in dealing with the Taliban?
Well, India's strategy will be what the other democratic countries do when it comes to Taliban. We know that still it's a wait-and-watch strategy, as you pointed out, but largely we know there is no government formation right now in Afghanistan. Situation is in flux. In fact, in today's meeting as well, the all-party meeting, there were several MPs who questioned about will India open channels with Taliban? Will there be a conversation with Taliban? That remained one of the key highlights of the MPs asking the question. But India, of course, is going to prioritize the evacuation. There is a big worry as well for the Afghan Hindus and Sikhs when it comes to evacuation, because the Taliban just 2 days ago in the press conference by their spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid said that no Afghans will be allowed to leave the country, but these were minorities who wanted to come to India for pilgrimage. So the Sikh community leaders have expressed their worries over the development, and India, of course, will be making sure that they are brought back. But it's a complex process given that India need to coordinate with many countries as well, including US, Tajikistan and of course Iran.
Siddhant, thank you for all those inputs and thank you for joining us. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.